Hello, time for the show to start. This is where you talk, Victor.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know we were changing up. I thought we were saying we were going
Well,
to
we're
entertain
going,
and
we're going,
inform.
we're going to, but I'm
Okay.
saying hello to the
This.
people there now.
Oh, hi, people. I can't tell how many. Do I need to go to YouTube? I should go to YouTube, shouldn't I?
It doesn't really matter.
This is my first live show, guys. Well, hello, people, and
I'm
welcome.
99% convinced the only reason we're doing this is so you can avoid editing.
I don't have to edit. Sweet. I thought I was going to have to edit.
You may end up still having to edit.
Well,
Okay,
I
ready?
gotta. Yes.
Okay. Welcome to the With the Will podcast. We're here to educate and inform you about Digimon while hopefully entertaining you a little bit. I'm Mark. I run With the Will.
And I'm Victor from the Modern Gaffa.
Victor's not dead,
I'm not dead.
as far as we know.
I thought I was dying at least 3 times since we last podcasted. It was
Yes.
quite a rough few days.
And I believe it's been almost a month since we recorded Victor.
No, I have a. I mean, when I logged into Skype, it said we had something on March 30th, so it's been
That
2, maybe 3 weeks.
that's roughly a month. I mean, it's April 20th.
Well, yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Victor's back, and this will be the last episode we see Victor for a while.
Yes, I could squeeze in one more between Techo and editing my big video that I edited, and I have to
Get
do
married.
some. I have to do wedding planning, and then I have to have a wedding, and then I have to have a honeymoon, and then I have to relax and go back to the real world. Only this time with a slightly heavier ring on my hand.
Yeah, I guess first off, to everyone listening, how are our levels? Are they roughly even? This is where you talk, Victor, so that they can
Oh,
check.
okay. I didn't know how we do this. Okay. So, hi, this is Victor, and I'm testing the levels so
Yes.
the people in the chat can tell us if I sound good or if I sound
Yeah.
bad or if I sound tired and crazy.
I'm looking roughly at the levels, and they sound even. And it looks like even the viewers are saying they're roughly even. So let's
Yep.
go ahead and get on. First up, we made the site HTTPS.
What does that mean?
Communications with the server between a person's browser and the server means that everything is secure and private. So if you
I
send a
see.
password, you know that no one's looking in on it, stuff like that. And
Cool.
I've gone ahead and raised your level up a little bit because a few people are saying you're a bit low.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Good, because I don't know how I would do that on
Yes.
my end.
So how has your last month been, Victor?
So I believe I first took a break because of Techo, and Techo was great. For those who don't know Techo, because it has a stupid name, people don't know what it is. I have to explain it. Techo is Pittsburgh's worst and only anime convention, is what people call it, because it's the only one and it's got a lot of problems and it's ridiculous. But it is a lot of fun, and it's 4 straight days or 3 straight days, 3 straight days of anime action and fun. And usually I'm only a fan of like 20% of it, but I make that 20% count. But this year they had Jeff freaking Nimoy show up as a voice actor guest, and I had literally no idea that they would. I never thought they would ever bring in someone like that. Usually they bring in like the Funimation types. But he was great. For the first time ever, I went to like voice actor panels, because like before I would go invited to like the press Q&As and stuff, and I'm like, I've never heard of these people. I'm not going.
Well, the voice actor panels are the funnest part, though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like I went to this one guy. It was like a private Q&A for press only, and he played the uncle in Wabiske in Summer Wars, and he also starred in 50 other things I've never ever heard of. So I'm just like, I don't know what to ask you to do. So not only was Jeff Nimoy great because he's the star of my favorite show of all time,
I
uh,
think that was J. Michael Tatum. Now that I'm thinking of it.
that is who it was.
Yes.
But Jeff Nimoy added some like LA-ness to it. So people like the other guests were constantly turning to him, being like, "Oh, Funimation does this. How about you, Jeff?" And he'd be like, "Oh, they're ganging up on me. Well, here's how we did it." And it's also great because he's like older and he's from like a different kind of industrial timeline. Like there was a question where whatchamacallit, somebody asked if what was the worst thing they ever worked on, and they were all like so humble because they've all only worked on the Funimation stuff. So if they
Oh,
insult
Jeff,
something, they lose
Jeff,
their
Jeff
job.
will say what the worst thing he
Oh
ever
no,
worked
it
on
was
is.
great. They all gave like cute little, there are some things I didn't like, but in the end, I like a little bit of everything. And Jeff was like, Zatch Bell. Uh, yeah, so somebody is asking in the chat who Jeff Nimoy is. So yes, Jeff Nimoy is the writer, director, and star of a good chunk of Digimon. He's the voice of Tentomon and Spencer Damon. Those are his biggest roles. He wrote most of season 1, all of season 2. He also wrote and directed Digimon the movie, and then he came back and basically ran the entire show of Digimon Data Squad, and is now returning to voice Tentomon in the Tri-dub.
I should probably point out to Victor, the chat's actually
Yes.
behind us, so he wasn't asking who
Oh
Jeff
no.
Nimoy was. He was trying to confirm who
Well,
that.
yes,
Yeah,
that's yeah.
and by the time that it caught up, he had probably already heard you explain.
Yes. Yeah. So Jeff Nimoy was there. He was great,
Yeah,
and I also sat down for a short interview with him. Well, it was more of a conversation. We just kind of hung out and talked for 20 minutes.
Victor has not read the podcast notes yet.
There's podcast. Well, I'm just talking about my life. Okay. Anyway, after Techo, um, I picked up some stuff on my blog. You can also find my Techo haul video where I show all the free crap I got and the stuff I bought. And then I went home for Easter, and that was a long weekend. And I went home with a tiny suitcase, and I came back with a big box full of books. So that's been fun going through that stuff. A lot of
Okay.
manga. I got into manga after Techo. What have you been up to since I last spoke to you, Mark?
I got an NT Mini.
Woo! What is that?
Remember the psychotic video game system I never expected to get?
Uh, yeah, is it like an NES emulator type thing?
Sort of. It does more than the NES. It does some things better, some things worse. The main thing it does though is because the programmer's psychotic, in a good way, you can have it reprogram itself to be other systems.
Oh, well.
So I plan to. So I have that set up in the living room, and I'm gonna reset up the AVS in here for game streaming.
Now, by other systems, do you mean like I'm assuming it can do like Genesis, Super
No,
Nintendo? Like,
generally older stuff. The guy who programs it has said it might be able to do Genesis, but he's
mm,
not working on it right now. So
mm,
Atari even, and a lot of eclectic systems that no one's ever heard of.
like the TurboGrafx.
No, more eclectic than
Oh,
that. I mean, like
wow.
the Game King, the Game 8, things
Wow.
that literally no one's ever heard of.
But not Genesis, huh? He can't figure out blast processing yet.
Eh,
For those who don't know, that's funny because blast processing is not a real thing.
yeah, it's nothing.
It's a marketing campaign.
Yeah. Yeah. Chances are the Genesis will be added. He's just not working on it right now because he has an actual day job.
Oh,
He's a
lucky him.
cryogenics engineer.
Um, okay.
Yeah. So I've been doing that, and let's see. The second volume of the Galco manga came out digitally, so I've been reading through that.
Fun.
Yep. And that's basically been my week, just playing lots and way too many video games.
Ooh, Mark, I got two cool things in the mail from Viz. Well, they haven't delivered yet, but the guy said he's sending them to me.
Okay.
Guess what they are? They're like legit cool shit this time, not random crap like I got last time. Well, last time Boruto was kind of cool.
One Punch Man?
No, I'm just gonna tell you. It's Sailor Moon R the movie and Dragon Ball Super Volume 1.
Oh, the manga for Super. I want to
Yeah.
say that they screwed up something with the movie, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I'm sure it's
Oh, I remember. They forgot to subtitle the songs.
in Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll see.
Okay. Now, first, we're going to do a little bit of catch up since you weren't here, Victor.
Catch up,
Yep.
like mustard but red.
First up, um, did do the Digimon character songs, the second CD, and did Atmon Manga Volume 1. the Blu-ray for Tripart 4 and the DVD box number 1 for Atmon. Did the breakdowns and everything for those.
How do you feel after all that?
Well, to be fair, at this point, it's been a while, but it was tired because 3 of them were literally done. Let me put it this way: while I was scanning the Atmon DVDs, I was actually editing scans for the Tri Blu-ray at the same time.
On the same computer?
Yes.
Oh God.
As in, I'm literally because there was so much to do. I decided I wasn't going to get it done if I wasn't just doing it. So I'm literally flipping between windows.
Right.
Yeah. So
That sounds
did all
awful.
that, and those breakdowns are all on the site. And long. And Victor, I think you'll like the next topic.
What is? Oh,
Victor
going down
interviewed Jeff Nimoy.
Oh my God, I did.
Yes.
Yes. So as I mentioned earlier, because I was going off topic, and I mean it's technically part of Techo, but yes, I sat down with Jeff Nimoy and we talked about Digimon Adventure Tri and Tentomon and 20th anniversary and all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, I won't go into the details because it's a video interview and people should go watch
Yeah.
it. And we'll make sure they have a link after the
Yes.
show and in show notes.
Mhm.
There's some good part. The only thing I will spoil is he takes credit for Joshua Seth coming back,
Yeah, he does. He does do that.
and based on the explanation, he's not incorrect.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jeff.
yeah. So we'll make sure everyone has a link to that.
Hmm.
And that was the best image I could find of both you and him at the same time.
You know what? That's about the frame that I used for the thumbnail anyway. So yeah.
Every single time I'd go, oh great, Jeff looks great in that. Victor, you'd be like holding in a sneeze, or your no, or your eyes would be crinkled up or something, or if you'd look good, he'd be turned away from the camera to look towards you.
Well, here's the deal. Even though me and Jeff, like, we have like I wouldn't say we're like friends, but we've talked before and we have like a rapport. There's a little bit at the end, like a post-credit scene where
Yeah.
he gets all personal with me. I was still super freaking nervous because here's behind the scenes drama. We scheduled this for Friday.
I know the
I get
drama, and
there-
I'm still laughing about it. By the way,
I get there Friday. I don't have a memory card. And I dragged my massive ass tripod with me that day. Oh no, I brought my little tiny tripod, but I didn't want to bring my camera the next day. So Saturday, I'm like, fuck, I screwed this up. He was like, kind of not like disappointed, but just like, come on, man. So he's like, all right, let's do it same time tomorrow. That next day, I brought my tripod, like my legit real tripod, and we get there, and my memory card was not fast enough, even though it's been fast enough for pretty much everything I've ever done with it ever. It kept like stopping, and I was freaking out, and then it got full, and it was a whole thing. And luckily, one of the guys who was in the room lent me his card, and I had to like dump it and bring it back the next day. Also, we weren't technically like that was like in the marketing press room, and I had like a free press pass and everything, but technically press people weren't supposed to be scheduling interviews, but because I personally know Jeff, I set it up. And I kind of was like in their room when they were working, and I was like, hey, can you guys all be quiet? And like they weren't listening, and Jeff was like, hey guys. He didn't talk like that, but he like raised his voice and got everyone's attention. So I was like super nervous the entire time. So yeah, but no, it's fun. We had a good time.
and in that same vein, send in your questions with Will because we're going to be interviewing Joshua Seth.
Woo.
I need the questions by the middle of next week because I have to rewrite them and send them for Shout to look over.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you going to do a podcast with him, or just like send him questions and he'll send back answers?
I will have something to post. I'm not really comfortable discussing the exact setup of it at the moment.
Ooh. Oh shit! Are you guys be face to face? Oh, tell me off camera. Never mind. You'll tell me later.
I'm not gonna be face to face with him. Just to let you know, I'm just
Okay.
not otherwise commenting on it.
Alrighty.
And now we're on to the actual news that Victor missed because I know how much Victor loves the news.
I mean, this is like I'm glancing through this. This is at least I can talk about this news.
Yeah, first one, of course, we finally have a good quality Tri-Part 5 poster. And
Yep, there's no Bakuman hiding in this one.
they've reiterated the date of 2017 and everyone's still acting really paranoid about it.
So there's no official date yet.
No, they're still just saying 2017. So people are going, it's going to be 2018. It's been delayed. It's been canceled. Oh no! Oh my god! It's like, and I'm just sitting here going, has anyone ever waited for a movie before? Ever? Like, we're not even 2 years past the release date of one. We've already had four come out. I consider that pretty good.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts on the poster, Victor?
I mean, I think, usually when we get these, they come out blurry cell phone photos first, and then we see them in HD, and it's kind of the same thing. The only time this was fun was the whole hidden Bakuman that no one suspected.
Yeah.
I mean, this, it's the same deal. There's, Mega Mekuman and evil Ophaniumon, and Kari looks emo, and she's got the whistle, and yeah. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be.
So what you're saying, Victor, is you expect the theme song to be Linkin Park?
Maybe Green Day. I don't know if we're gonna go full Linkin Park.
Okay.
You never go full Linkin Park in anime.
Yeah. Now this is kind of neat, and I think even you'd agree, Victor. And this isn't your type of thing. They're doing a museum exhibit for Digimon Adventure, basically recreating scenes from the shows and making photo spots and stuff in on a museum inside of what is a Japanese mall.
What neighborhood is the mall in? I'm assuming Tokyo, but where?
One sec, I know the exact mall. It's Harajuku.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will see if is it going to be like a gift shop or is it just going to be cool
no,
stuff?
Don't worry, Victor. You'll be probably not around when they tell us all the exclusive products they're going to have.
But there will be some kind of thing.
They've suggested there will be quite a bit. We already know that if you get a more premium ticket, you get a medallion and a special wristband, but there will be actual products.
Cool.
And we've seen images of director Kakudo, who directed Adventure in '02, flipping through design documents for it, and he said that it's looked interesting and he's looking forward to going to it.
Cool. I can say after 2 years of try, just this poster, seeing the original Adventure character designs is really nice. I like the new artwork.
Yeah, it is, but I kind of wish when they did this sort of thing, they wouldn't do the colored Digivices.
Why are there even Digivices to begin with? Like, maybe give Ty one, but it just looks weird, yeah.
They like doing them promotionally, but I like the mellow aqua blue with the blue buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for now, that's all we really know about that. That's in May. And now we have news Victor actually wants to talk about.
I mean, I could talk about this museum forever. Not forever, but like I could. This is all news that I can talk about.
Now,
like they're recreating scenes, so they're going to be like live action mannequins.
They announced, they're going to do that. But we're to the news. They've announced Hacker's Memory for the U.S.
Woo! Which everyone kind of knew already, but woo!
Yeah, everyone seemed to know except Bandai USA.
Yeah. Because
me and Bandai Europe were even joking on Twitter back and forth one or two nights. Did you see those?
No, what happened?
Someone made some comment, and then I joked with Bandai Europe, yo, man, tell Bandai America to announce it. We're still waiting over here. It's been like 3 weeks since you would. And then their response was roughly, aren't we enough for you? I was like, no, not really, because I'm in America. And then their response was, I don't. It just went back and forth. And at one point, we were like, they won't even respond to my PR requests. And then And then gifts were being sent back and forth, and other people were then jumping in and responding.
Was it you or Tool that I had this like half-hour breakdown of like Digimon's PR flub-ups of the past year, and like why is it so hard for simple stuff like this to happen?
Probably wasn't me, because I probably would not go over that stuff in detail because I have to deal with these companies sometimes.
Yeah. But no, this is just like the whole, next order's on Vita. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Oh, we're going to show Crunchyroll in theaters and we're going to spoil the third movie and all that nonsense.
We might have gone over some of that.
Yeah.
But now,
yes.
You join the hacker group known as Hudi.
Is not in the first game.
If you translate that from Chinese to English, it's butterfly.
Aww.
And you're based in a net cafe.
Like in the real world, or there's a virtual net cafe?
In the real world in the game.
Because hackers usually in the first game hung out online, not in the well. I guess there were some hack. I don't know, but that's neat.
Well, remember though, you're also a hacker on the run in theory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, they introduced the first new character, who's Erica, who's also part of Hudi, and she's partnered with Wormmon.
Cool.
And they've reintroduced Faye from Cyber Sleuth,
Yes.
who's a
I
member of
believe
Zaxxon.
she was a minor villain in the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
act of the
yeah.
game.
We don't know if she'll be more major or not, but announcing her early on at least suggests more.
Now, did they announce her, or is she just showing up in screenshots? Like, was she a big deal in like a magazine or whatever?
Yeah,
Or was it just yeah.
maybe half a page in V Jump.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Like
that's
eight, like
interesting.
eight, or closer to a quarter page, but enough that it's been announced. It's not just, oh look, it happens to be that character.
Okay, I see it now. It's like original artwork of her too.
Yes.
So yeah, that's interesting because she's. I'm struggling to remember what her role was. Like she's like a very minor kind of
Yeah.
side character. I think she was the one of this. There was a major boss who was like a idol slash hacker
Yeah.
slash dick, and I think she was like his sidekick, and then something. But
Yeah.
neat.
Now on to the new stuff, which no more catch up, Victor. It's on to the new stuff.
Oh, but I love ketchup.
A giant Patamon plush Crane prize is coming out in August.
It's not giant. I mean, 10 inches long. Well,
Yeah,
I
that
guess that's.
I mean, when you consider that the original one that this is based on was like 4.7.
So is this a thing that Japan does where they just release a plushie and then they release three different sizes of it?
Well, sometimes it's more just Crane prizes.
Yeah. Because I was at Teco last year and I picked up a Agumon plush. And this year I was at Teco and I saw the same plush in a super large and a super tiny mode, and I'm like, it's the
Well,
exact same
this
thing.
one isn't exactly the same.
Hmm.
There's definitely some differences. Like the texture looks a bit different, and the legs are completely different.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the photo we're looking at, but the texture does look really like felty almost.
It looks more, yeah. We'll find out, no doubt. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's in August. It will be a pain in the ass for anyone to get because it is a Crane plush prize, which means you have to find a
Mm,
store that imports them, and it's just a pain.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if like we have friends in Japan, but it's like, hey, are you good at cranes? Like that's not
Hey
easy
Victor,
either.
we have
What?
we have Animedia images, and they're not previews.
What? I mean, there's still. I can't really talk about this. I mean, it's a picture in a magazine. There's fish.
Yeah.
Is this for
Well,
Kids Day?
yeah, it's for Children's Day, which is the last day of Golden Week, which is
Hmm.
starts in a few days. The big week of holiday in Japan.
Yep.
Um, so they have them dressed up as the carp streamers that are used to decorate for that day. And Agumon is eating some sort of bun.
Yeah, they're really playing up this whole Agumon eats things
To be fair,
and try.
they always kind of did that in Adventure though.
I mean,
But
yes, there were scenes where he ate food, but like it's almost like this is his only character trait in
yeah,
Try. Like every picture of him is eating.
it's a fun character trait.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The Try article is apparently just them going over Try Part 4, and the
Hmm.
Atmon article is them going over basically the friendship and bonds between Haru and Eugen.
I wish I had time to get catch up on this show because it looks like it's getting really good.
Yeah, I will catch up on it soon.
Hmm.
Yep.
I
I
should
think
load a bunch on my
now,
laptop for the
now
airplane.
the next bit of news is amazing. Look at this cover
Yeah.
art.
This so can I assume that this dude is the or wait, Getchen is the manga, not the no, this
No,
is a CD. What is this? This is the CD?
Gatchin is the new opening for Atmon,
Right.
and the
So
CD.
is this dude just an art depiction of the musician who sings it? I'm
Yes,
assuming?
although as far as we know, Simoji is not really that old. It's more makeup and character.
Oh, this is the guy who like has like a YouTube caricature.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He's the singer of Gatchan. The CD's out June 14th. The limited edition version has him instead of Haru, and Gatchman just has the best look on his face.
Well, he's wearing Haru's clothes with like a trench coat over.
Yes.
And he's got the goggles and it's in the exact same pose as the other one,
Yeah.
so
What's funny is they
yeah.
actually redrew the Haru portions of it. I figured it was just his head paste on, but when I went and checked, it's like no, they've
Yeah, no,
actually redrawn
it's
it all.
Yeah.
with different colors and everything.
Yeah, the colors are a little muted
Yeah,
or muted,
but yeah,
muted.
yeah. And beyond just the normal limited edition, there's store exclusives.
Of course.
From HMV and Loppy, um, you get an extra CD with some unreleased music, including a full track. If you go to Animate, you get an acrylic strap featuring that anime art of Simoji, which I mean, I kind of want it, sort of,
Why?
because it's
Like,
stupid.
it's neat as like a thing, but what are you gonna do with that?
Victor, I ordered like 6 or 7 keychains that Kevin went and got me.
Do you have keys? Like, okay, I'm like legit asking because Kevin got me some keychains and I have a few others.
I
What
mean,
do you do with these if you don't have keys? Like, I mean, I have
yeah,
keys, but obviously
I have
it's just
keys. I don't know
keychains.
what I'm gonna do with them. I just kind of like them.
Uh,
From Amazon, based on which version you get a clear file using the
oh,
cover art of the one you ordered. Tower Records, you get a B2 size poster of Simoji. I think this is a normal like press image of him.
yeah, it looks like a photograph.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say this right. Sutaya, you get a can badge featuring the anime art, and various other shops you get a photo postcard using one of his normal press photos. And we know there's 4 songs on the CD, but we only know about Gatchin so far.
Can we assume it's like Gatchin and then like an instrumental version at least and something
Sometimes,
else?
sometimes with singles they won't, and then they'll go and put them on an album later. So we don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to say, I think one of the versions of Dive did not come with an instrumental. It came with more songs.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I like the artwork. The extras are kind of neat.
Now, looking at them all now that we've gone through them, the keychain is the best one.
Yeah, well, like I'm sitting here going, okay, can I make the money work to grab an HMV version? Because what if it's like an unused song from Atmon, the track,
Mm-hmm.
because it's called
Yeah.
Life Reset Button. It could have
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with Atmon, or it could be, like maybe a prototype of Gatchin or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably just gonna stick with CD Japan or Amazon though, so I
Yeah.
can archive them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next up, very exciting. I think you'll actually like this.
This is neat. I
Yeah.
do agree.
Um, More 20th anniversary V Pets. It seemed like the pre-order period fell when a lot of people were kind of hurting money-wise, probably because of the holidays and everything. So they're going to do
Mm-hmm.
3 new colors of it with pre-orders in June.
So
And
pre-order starts in June.
yes, so it'll
Okay.
probably run through probably August. Now that I think about it.
And there's 3 new colors.
Yeah, but what's interesting is I don't believe these 3 colors have ever existed before.
Yeah, no, you'd think so. They did the red and blue or
Yeah,
brown and gray or whatever,
yeah, but
and you'd think that maybe they do the
well,
rest of the like versions 2 and 3 or
well,
3 and 4.
well,
But
I dug
it's
around. It looks like what they've done is just
hmm
taken inspiration from different V pets over the years, like
yeah.
the white one with the blue border.
hmm
It looks just like one of the Pendulum Progresses, which was the third series of V pets.
Right.
Yeah, some
So
people.
you don't think these are based on the 3 Digimon that are being shown in
Well,
this?
no, because for one, the colors don't quite match up. I mean,
Yeah.
some people have theorized that it's. I want to say it was trying. Oh, so it was trying to think. I know some people. Okay, now I remember. It was the white one. Some people were theorizing that it was an Armageddon theme,
hmm
which I don't know. And some people
So
are
it does
sort.
have a it has a blue border and orange buttons. To me, that looks like Paladin mode. What's his face?
Yeah, but like some people are
Oh,
looking at the
yeah.
gold one, and sort of going, maybe that's Zubamon.
Yeah, that's my eyes jump to that first, but really when you actually look at because there's no red one, but I guess they wouldn't do a red one
See, but
for
and I guess the third one that could be Alter S.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think we're all just sort of looking for answers to something that may not have an answer.
It could very well have been let's make some cool
Yep.
colors, and that was it.
Yep.
But it is no, these are really neat color
Yeah.
schemes.
Yeah.
So
And the prices are going to be the same. We don't know if there'll be an exclusive Digimon on them.
hmm
I'm not sure if I want exclusive or not, though, to be honest.
yeah, you just want the same thing as the last ones.
Well, because I kind of feel like it might work better to, if people missed out on it, or do it as a collector's, not as a, and now you have to buy 3 more. But also, if you miss the first 2,
Yeah.
you're kind of screwed.
hmm It'd be nice if it's just oh here's the same thing in a
Yep.
different color.
Yep. And next up, sad news. Digimon seasons 1 through 3 are gone from Netflix, and Tries leaving Hulu soon.
Yeah, so this everyone freaked out when this happened last year. They left it
Two
left on
years ago.
August 1st, 2015. August 1st, Digimon Holiday, and it was back like in 2 days, and so far it's not been
Yeah,
back.
well,
Correct?
because if it's going to come back, contractual stuff's being dealt with, and it may be different companies even at
Hmm.
this point. Not too much to say there. It looks like Try's going to leave on about April 28th.
Hmm.
There's some question on the date, but they didn't even have parts 3 or 4 anyways. So it
Right.
looked like this is sort of just like the tail end of a contract, basically.
And the whatchamacallit, those Cinedigum DVDs are going out of print soon, right?
No,
No, they're not.
no.
Hmm. Because I was thinking maybe
People,
it was like
no,
a,
people were
you know,
freaking out that they're going out of print because one of them was out of stock at a few places for a week or two. They probably just
uh,
had to print more of them,
right.
and now they're back in stock and plentiful and cheap.
Because I was thinking maybe a new distributor is coming in or whatever, but
It always can
yeah.
happen, but thus far we have no actual information to suggest
Mhm.
anything.
I mean, this could be a less of a Digimon thing and more of a Netflix thing because there's been rumors that they've been kicking off lots of their big shows like King of the Hill and stuff,
Well,
and
no, it's
just
more contractual.
well, yeah,
Renewing
but
stuff costs money,
yeah,
and something like King of the Hill, you can. That's everywhere.
yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard to watch King of the Hill if you want to watch it.
I mean, it is if you hate Hulu with a blood passion. Is that a
Okay.
thing? Blood passion? Did I just make that up?
I think you've just declared your undying love for Hulu.
No, God, no. Hulu is
Yeah.
dead to me.
Now, our topic for the week actually has to do with that.
Ooh.
Where you can watch Digimon. And just look at this gorgeous picture we have, Victor, when it comes up in
Um.
the feed.
Oh, on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, what? Who made this?
I did. In about 5 minutes, when I realized that the image that was being made wasn't going to be ready in time. So
So, for those who can't see, it's the generic Digimon American logo and then a bunch of
yeah,
distribution platforms just kind of slapped on it in
yeah. I
retrospect.
liter- I literally realized that the one that was being made wasn't going to be ready in time, and I slapped this together in about 2 or 3 minutes. I literally decided no time to do anything. Turn them all slightly sideways. Slap on every logo that I have in a folder just in case, and I slapped it all together.
Okay, this is
Right,
lovely.
right, right now, Justin is off to the side sobbing at this.
I want this like blown up on a piece of cardstock and just have it
Yes,
like above my
yes.
bed.
But yeah, this is literally me working at full speed. And I think I actually got all the logos in that I wanted to. Okay, so
We recorded like 5 minutes late, and I was like, "Okay, sure, take your time." And you were like, "Yeah, I gotta finish something real quick." And I was like, "Okay." And this is the fruits of your labor.
yes, this is literally me going at rocket speed, so there will be something.
I mean, hey,
Yeah. So the first option, obviously the easiest, is go buy the shows on DVD. They're all available. The season sets are pretty cheap at this point, basically $20 to $40 per season.
the only thing you can't get is Hunters, which does not technically exist anyway. So, as far as dub goes,
It's almost like we didn't need to bring up Hunters. A few of the seasons, Adventure, O2. I don't know if they ever finished Tamers, but they at least started Fusion season 1. You can also get in season parts.
oh yeah,
Basically $10 to $15 is not really worth it. Just get the season set, maybe wait till they're on sale. And
yeah.
seasons 1 through 4, they did a bundle that kind of jumps around in price, but if you watch for it, very cheap. You okay, Victor?
Yes.
I get the feeling Victor just fell out of his chair.
No,
Um,
I just my phone moved
okay. Yeah,
on
the
itself.
box is the first 4 with a slip cover, and I believe it comes with a poster still. That may have only been the first few waves, but
It's not an exciting poster anyway.
yeah, but poster's a poster.
Yeah.
I mean, how many posters are there to go get for Digimon in the U.S. at the moment?
Good point.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So then Savers and Fusion you still get on DVD on their own, even if you get the box.
Hmm.
But what everyone really wants to know about is streaming stuff.
Yes.
So I went through nearly every single known retailer to pull all this crap out.
Uh-huh.
So we'll start with Microsoft first. You can get everything dubbed except Savers.
Right.
Yeah. iTunes has everything.
Now, hang on. By Microsoft, you mean
The
like
Windows Store.
right? So could you assumably watch this on your Xbox One if you had that set up?
Xbox One, computer. I think it works on the Xbox 360. I think
Now,
I think there's even an Apple app that will do it.
is it like Amazon where you like pay per season or per
Yes,
episode?
you are purchasing copies for yourself.
Cool.
That's locked to their service, but yeah. So then iTunes has everything.
Cool.
Google Play only has Data Squad and Fusion, but if you do it with Google Play, they also count on YouTube.
Mm.
I don't know if that's in reverse. It's a bit harder to track stuff down on YouTube sometimes to purchase it, but once it's purchased, it shows up for you pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon has everything.
Everything.
Adventure through
Really?
Fusion.
Wow.
Um, on PlayStation, it gets a bit weird. So let's start with this. They have O2, Tamers,
Mm-hmm.
Frontier, and Data Squad.
Okay.
Frontier and Data Squad are dubbed. O2 and
Wait.
Tamers are subtitled.
Well, there's
But
your official
no,
release,
no,
guys.
no, don't buy
Wait,
these.
which subs are they?
It's the old Toei stream subs from the late OOs,
Oh.
where they're like janky VHS-ish quality. The subtitles are bad. Just don't buy these. They
Is
have
it worse than the Netflix ones were?
the Netflix ones were the video was much improved, and the subtitles had a 2 or 3 quality control passes compared to the Toei subs.
Yeah, but the translations, like I remember they referred to evolution as like charging and
Yes,
supercharging.
because that's Toei subtitles.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is imagine the Netflix subtitles without quality control passes.
Oh.
Yeah. Um, Prices at all these places are generally $1.99 an episode, and half seasons are basically between $15 and $20 based on how many episodes there are.
Mm-hmm.
Fusion you can get for $2.99 an episode HD. Standard definition is the same price. There it's about 10 to 20 for half seasons because they're a bit shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Double check your prices though, because these don't always apply. Like I was looking at Frontier. Amazon sells Frontier as a full season for $80 digitally.
Really?
Yeah, and that's like significantly higher than everything else.
Now by fusion, is that both
Oh, sorry, not Fusion,
too?
Frontier. Frontier.
Oh, that makes okay.
Yeah.
But still, wow.
Yeah. And even more confusing, sometimes O2 is not listed. Sometimes 02 just gets listed as Season 2 of Adventure.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, so you check around and also make sure where you're going to buy works on the places you want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, if it's on Google Play or YouTube, you can watch it basically anywhere. If it's on iTunes, you might have more trouble playing on, say, an Android phone or tablet.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of want to, keep track of it. I mean, have you purchased any of these from anywhere, Victor?
No, I got the first DVD on Amazon, the rest on questionable eBay, and I have not purchased the Fusions DVDs yet. I probably should
Yeah. Yeah, those
at
I
some point.
believe those I believe are 480p widescreen and should be relatively nice as far as DVDs go.
Mm.
Um,
No, I used to just go through Netflix or Crunchyroll. I'm not a fan of like I have never really done the whole
Collectors thing.
buying. Well, no, I do that. I just don't like buying individual digital episodes, and I'm not a big digital like I like to have something I can physically hold and lend to a friend and return if I have to or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are your options if you want to buy digital. I
Have you
think
bought any of these digital, Mark?
I'm trying to think because some of these stores go back years. So I'm sitting here going, have I bought anything? I don't believe so.
What about the movies?
Out of luck.
Yeah.
Because as far as we know, 4, 5, 6, and 7 just aren't licensed at the moment, as
Yeah.
far as we're aware.
Those
One,
aired on TV like once, and that was pretty much it.
no, no, they actually aired them more than most people think.
Yeah.
The fandom as a whole just really only talked about them the first time.
Yeah.
Movies 1 through 3, as far as we know, are still part of the movie license which Fox has.
Yeah.
X Evolution's never been licensed, but Toei does list it in their catalog as available for licensing.
Oh.
The Savers movie no one cares about, especially Savers fans.
Yeah, I tried watching it once and I didn't even. It doesn't.
Um,
It's not worth it.
yeah, so hopefully some of those become available, but who knows? Now, I think what most people want with digital is streaming as part of a service, not buying. So let's go
Right.
over what now that Netflix and Hulu are less options. Let's go over what your options are.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Fusion, Netflix still has it, and it's in HD. It's great.
So good.
Yeah, so, I mean, quality's good. It's what you want if you want to watch it nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Adventure O2 and Tamers expired, but who knows if they'll come back or not, especially since Toei is being much more involved. They might
Yeah.
want to have them up, so we'll find out.
Do you think? No, this is a topic for a completely different day. Never
No,
mind.
go,
Go
go
on.
ahead, go ahead and ask.
I was gonna say, do you think like we're slowly seeing the seeds planted or uprooted for a big push, like the equivalent of Saban and Lionsgate announcing a Power Rangers movie? Like, do you think we're getting a big something like maybe Toei's gonna go with a new distributor in America, and we're gonna see like a big something new soon?
Well, see, here's the thing. Minus Atmon, what would they do?
They could do a movie.
I don't think they have the setup built in for a movie at the moment, especially when they're especially since we're only a year and a half really into them really releasing stuff to rebuild the brand.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to wait for that, but that we can
Yeah.
discuss that more some other time. Now, Victor's favorite website, Hulu.
Ugh.
Try's expiring soon, but they still have Adventure, O2, Tamers, and Frontier dubbed. And if you go to Yahoo View, that's basically the old free version of Hulu.
Mm.
So
Wait, what? Really? What?
yeah, the free Hulu's still there. It's just
Oh.
under the brand Yahoo View now.
Well, now I gotta subscribe to Yahoo again.
No, it's free. I don't even think you need to log
Well,
in
I
or
mean,
anything.
well, I used to like to. Here's my thing with Hulu. Hulu's main gimmick was free. I
Yeah,
only
it's all
used
still
it.
up.
I
It's all
only
still
used it as
there.
like an aggregator for like I watched shows on the CW and Cartoon Network or whatever, and the next day they would just appear in my queue. That was great. I
It's
can
all
still, I mean,
still there.
yeah, you can still like I can still go to
No,
CW.TV or
no, I'm saying that stuff still all
oh
exists.
yeah, I
You,
know.
no, I
But now
no,
you're so I used to have to go to individual websites. Now you're saying Yahoo, I can get everything in one
no, I'm
account.
saying if you go to Yahoo View, it's literally Yahoo View powered by Hulu. It is literally
Mm.
just the free Hulu at a different website.
So I can watch like Eyes on Me the day after it comes out for free.
Not familiar with the show, but if it was there before, it's probably there now.
Well, hoo.
They
This is
they
my new favorite website.
yeah. So see, I
Yahoo's a
I
lot of
was
fun.
right. I was right. Victor does love Hulu.
Hulu is the
Now,
like
okay, let's move on. Lesser known site, Tubi TV.
yes,
At
this
Now, let me explain what the hell Tubi is, because a lot of people I don't think are aware of it, and it's only come up once or twice on with the will before. Tubi TV is basically an attempt to do TV on the internet as a crossbreed between what you'd expect with Netflix and TV.
hmm
So they have tried parts 1 through 3 right now. So you sign up for a free membership, you go and you watch, and you get HD quality and everything, but you will get commercials.
yeah.
So there's no paid membership there. You get the quality you would expect from HD streams, and the streams actually appear to be decent quality among HD. Because some HD streams are
Yeah.
kind of crap. These are decent,
Yeah,
but
I first found out about this when they got Try, and
yeah,
me and Katrina watched some sitcom
yeah,
when that happened, and it's a pretty decent site. Like it works the way it's supposed to work, and it looks good. So
yeah, and commercials, but it's pretty
yeah,
good quality,
yeah,
especially if you don't want to watch it with
Pay
commercials.
money. Yeah.
Yeah, if you yeah. Um,
And they just have try so far.
Parts 1 through 3.
Oh,
Um, Now
okay.
the big answer for many people is if you just want to watch Try at the best quality possible streaming wise, you probably want
Hmm.
to subscribe to Daisuke.
What is that?
It's an anime streaming company run by a few different anime companies.
Hmm.
Um, Less content than most places, but their stream qualities are very high. They have tried parts 1 through 4,
Hmm.
and that's basically it for Daisuke. I mean, their streams are very good quality, and that's about the only reason you go with them because they don't have that much content.
Hmm.
The place most people are probably going to go to is Crunchyroll.
Yes.
So Crunchyroll has Adventure, Zero Two, Tamers, and Frontier dubbed. They have tried parts 1 through 4 in HD in the episodic form like everyone else who's streaming it.
Right.
And they have Cross Wars and Hunters subtitled in HD.
Yep.
Because of the way they do titles, though, Cross Wars and Hunters both just show up under the Hunters title.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, quality's good. Crunchyroll is generally among the lower quality when you talk about HD streams, but generally still pretty good, especially with a lot of anime which doesn't necessarily
Hmm.
need the higher bitrate.
Yeah.
But yeah, good quality and everything. Um, Most people probably want to go with Crunchyroll if they're gonna pay for anime streaming.
Crunchyroll is also the place that gets try like first.
I want to say Daisuke gets it at the same time, but I don't really recall, to be honest. But yeah, generally with Crunchyroll, we've gotten it effectively at the same time as Japan has.
Right.
A few people are asking me to rename the one Daisuke. Daisuki. Um, like they're the ones. I believe they were the only ones who streamed One Punch Man, for example.
Oh.
Um, that's mostly it for streaming. And of course, the big thing is Try Part One's coming out on Blu-ray and DVD on May 16th. We're less than a month away.
Hmm.
Dubbed in English, the one that was in theaters, and subtitles, and it's the non-episodic cut, meaning it's exactly what was in Japanese theaters and home video.
And what was in our theater
Yes.
for the Fathom events?
The Blu-ray includes a DRM-free digital copy.
Woo.
The digital copy is just in English. I assume that might have to do with licensing reasons for the subtitled copy streaming.
Hmm.
Um, the same day that it's out on Blu-ray and DVD, most digital stores should have it for purchase.
Hmm.
As far as I'm aware, the prices are going to be $13 HD, $10 if you only want SD.
Hmm.
And here's what's interesting: if you get it from iTunes, it's going to have all the extras with it from the discs.
Really?
Yes, and it will have a menu if you load it up on a compatible device and everything.
Because that's one big thing with this digital
Yeah,
streaming and stuff is
yeah.
no
Oh no,
site ever really does that kind of thing.
iTunes and Vudu generally do extras when they can.
Well, this is the first time hearing. That's
But
really
yeah,
cool.
so if you load it on a proper device, you'll actually get a menu and everything. There'll be the extra the behind the scenes of the premiere party and
Hmm.
the not really an interview but more sort of EPK style interview type stuff with cast and the director
Cool.
of the dub. Not everyone, like for example, trying to think if we know who's in it yet. I think other than the director, I don't believe they've confirmed anyone, but Joshua Seth has more than suggested that he's in it.
Hmm.
Um, and I've been able to confirm that the digital for sale copies will be English only also.
Right.
I assume same thing. I'm assuming that it's has to do with them streaming the subtitled versions.
Hmm.
Now, as we're finishing up that, you guys start throwing out questions you want answered, and we'll go over them. Um, and remember, Shout only has try parts 1 through 3. They're probably waiting to see how part 1 does.
Oh yeah.
Because, if it doesn't do well and they can't get store distribution, then
Hmm.
they'll probably just dump it. I mean, companies have done it before. Companies will do it
Yeah.
again. I mean,
Or they'll do like a crappy bare bones version and nothing fun
well,
special, you know.
but they only have 1 through 3. If it's not going to be worth their time and effort to do, I doubt they're going to get 4 through 6.
Well, I mean, they could do a crappy bare bones version of like 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah, well, that ended on a somber note. But hey, the Tri-Dub's coming, guys.
Yep. Wait for them to ask questions, and we'll go over those.
Woo, send us questions.
I think they may be behind us more than
Mm-hmm.
normal, because I think on the gaming setup you can set it for to optimize for interactions,
Right.
and we're not on the gaming setup right now.
Hmm.
So, did you ever decide where you're gonna get the Blu-ray from, Victor?
Oh, I just kept the Amazon pre-order. I figured it was just not worth it for a poster.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a poster at Teco with Angelomon. I just don't have room on my Digimon wall for. Well,
now,
I mean,
now Victor's staring at the wall, going, "I can fit the poster."
I mean, I can, but like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it might be. Not, I don't think it's too late to request a review copy. They have a very strange process for that. It's just kind of send. It just says send an email and ask what you want. And like, could I ask for something that they released 4 years ago? Like, that's weird.
Maybe if it's relevant, I don't know.
Mm.
Come on, guys, write up questions if you want us to answer them. Otherwise, I'm gonna go into the question pot that I keep elsewhere.
Somebody asked where the Tri-02 dub is, and
Yeah,
I want to know what the
I
hell.
ignored that.
What is Tri-02?
It doesn't exist. Nico just likes
Yeah.
to talk about 02. That's why I
Do you
ignored it.
think the third part of Digimon Fusion will ever be dubbed? No.
Generically, no, but weirder things have happened, especially if, like, if it does good hits on Netflix, Saban's teamed up with Netflix on other stuff, they could very easily go, what's the budget for it? Okay, we want season 3. I mean, they're doing.
Yeah,
I mean, they're doing 2 more seasons of Glitter Force. How bad can that be, ratings
isn't that an
wise?
adaptation of a one-series show? Was there a second series of that Precure?
I assume it'll just be a different one.
Oh, they'll just call it Glitter Force. That makes sense.
Okay.
Um,
All our questions are worthless.
yeah, like,
They're all worthless. So I'm just gonna go into the ones that we didn't have time for last time.
you don't want to talk about.
No, I don't even. I'm not even going over them.
Oh, I know Matthew Daniel. Hi, Matthew Daniel. We're not answering that question though. Sorry, Matt.
Let's see. Where were the questions that we missed from last time? Okay, I believe this is an old question from Professor Jiggy. What are the best evolution mechanics?
Hmm. Now, what do you think he means by that?
I think he's asking us, like, what type of evolution do we like? I
Like
still,
just
I
regular DNA armor, that kind of
still
stuff.
kind of like armor, to be honest.
Um,
I like the idea that it's not really an evolution to some degree.
I like the idea, and some of the designs are cool, but a lot of them are crap.
Most of the ones we got in the show, though, were pretty good.
Yeah, the show definitely had some of the better ones. I mean, Halsamon is kind of lame, but you know.
It feels like the non-show ones were basically filling out the charts.
Oh yeah. The Gatomon Patamon ones are awful.
I like those.
Mm.
Oh, we have a real question.
We have a real question.
And Zika wants to know what are our favorite Digimon.
Muchomon.
See, my answer is not going to be good because it's always going to be, like
Is it Zero Maru?
Agumon or Omegamon or Zero Maru. There is no secret answer that I have that's going to be interesting. I'd probably go with something stupid like Agumon, to be honest.
My Mooch, for those who don't know, because it is a random joke answer, Muchomon is a red color of Penguinmon, who is a pendulum Digimon that was a guest star in Digimon World, and to pad out that universe, they recolored Digimon. Muchomon is supposed to be like a Galapagos penguin kind of thing, or like a toucan. It lives in the jungle in the desert. And the best part is, it only speaks Spanish.
I believe they just showed off a new recolored Digimon today, actually.
Really?
Gold Gardramon.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be in Cyber
Yeah.
Sleuth 10
I
too.
don't think we had that one before, did we?
Um, Probably. There might be one in Next Order, which I've just completely forgotten that I own at this point.
Okay.
But I mean, it's hard to tell because Gardramon is like brown. Like
Yeah.
the in Digimon World, it looks completely different, and it kind of looks gold in that. So it's hard to tell, but I don't
Okay.
remember.
Now, we had a two-part, this is an old two-part question from Artie, the strongest man in the world. To be fair, his name was just Artie, and I decided to add the best because I remember Pete and Pete.
Oh, that's great. I was about to say if you
Oh,
didn't spoil, I was gonna say
actually, first let's do what Juggernaut just asked because that's a real question. How many
yes.
how many Digimon Universe Apple Monster episodes have we seen? Why don't you go first, Victor?
Me and Katrina watched the first 13, maybe 14. We got to they went into the ocean and they got to like an island where the Reviewmon were. And oh, we got through we've met Ray and found out his deep dark backstory. So
I
that's about episode 14.
I watched the five straight into our review of it.
Just those first five?
Yeah, I watched. I was waiting to watch them so we could discuss them.
Oh.
And now, this has nothing to actually do with me. I'm just happy it's happening. Um, Anke got so fed up with Toei's English names, she's going back to change them. So there will be no more Scorpmon.
Mm.
Apparently, they do the English name of Saddleamon as Sateramon.
Oh, people, come
Yeah,
on.
because Toei's translations are crap. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Why is
Okay.
it so hard to say English words?
Okay. Wait. So back to Artie's questions. What
Yes.
expectations do we have for Tripart 5 Symbiosis?
Um, I mean, they're gonna
Hey, hey,
recover and detox, and then
I mean, my only real expectation at this point is they'll push the story forward a bit, and oh look, two of them have sort of maybe gone evil, maybe.
yeah,
I feel like to some degree the posters have been fucking with us, so I'm not sure
yeah.
exactly how much I want to trust it.
If you had asked me like a year ago, I would have said part five was the one that was going to end with them all like in a pit, and they're like, "Oh no, we're falling," and then someone is like, "Hey, do you need a hand?" And they look up and they see the 402 kids. But at this point, I don't even know if that's gonna like. I have no idea. Like they've been pulling so many things out of their ass, like the frickin' making those kids the original kids and their partners turn into the
See,
sovereigns.
I
I
see,
never
see,
thought that would
see. I
happen.
don't consider that pulling it out of their ass. I just don't like that they did it because I think it worked better as a concept.
Yeah.
Um, and the second part of Artie's question is at this point, are we expecting that Try might be extended, maybe with the 02 kids?
Mm,
Is it going to be extended? Maybe. I mean, am I expecting it that they're extending it for the 02 kids? Probably not.
no.
Yeah.
They'll drag the story out, but I can't see them being like, here.
Yeah.
Like maybe we'll get one movie, maybe a short
Yes.
about the 02 kids, but
Possibly.
yeah.
But it's basically the same concept we went over where someone had asked about do we expect them to do Try 00?
What is that?
Basically, like a fictionally, oh, the story of the original kids.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Um,
No.
so Anzik and Zika wants to know is our favorite episode of Digimon ever.
Oh, flower power.
See, I don't know what my favorite episode is because I just kind of go through moments in my head.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't know. Um, Probably something Adventure 02, to be
Yeah.
honest.
The whole Odaiba War arc in general. Like it used to be a toss up between Flower Power and City Under Siege, but those were clearly meant to be like two sides of the same. Like it's basically a long 3-part episode, and I just love Mimi more than Joe, and that's like one iota more. Like I
Okay.
love those two characters so much.
Okay, Matthew actually has an interesting question. He's
I told
watching
you Matthew's dope.
he's watching Frontier and he's confused on how exactly the spirit of darkness isn't evil. What is good darkness?
This is a question for Prodigious. They always talk
Well,
about
I think
good
it
versus light and stuff like
I
that.
think it's more easier to say that each of the spirits is based on on a concept, not based on literal darkness.
Yeah, it's not about, evil darkness. It's like literally the absence of light.
Yeah.
It's like like fire.
No,
How come?
even if it's even if it's say darkness, darkness
Mm,
isn't bad. It's what you do with it. We all have darkness.
yes.
Yeah.
Darkness is always not always depicted as
Yeah.
evil. Like Hades, the god of the underworld, is not
Yeah.
evil. He just gets depicted that way in a lot of pop culture because it's
Yeah.
easy.
So the idea, at least in Frontier, it's been a while since I've watched it, so I may be misremembering. Is the pseudo corrupted darkness that we see spirits at first are basically it's been corrupted and pointed in a specific direction of what to do.
Yeah, the darkness, it was evil for like a while, and
Yes.
then it got its shit together or
Yeah.
whatever. So,
So it can still be darkness, but it's focused, and
hmm.
so it's sort of like saying, um, have you ever seen Yu Yu Hakusho?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, I mean, how, each character in that show isn't exactly introduced as we have four main characters. Not one of them is introduced as a good guy.
No, they're all introduced as
They're
not villains,
they're
but
all
like
either delinquents
yeah,
or to some degree villains.
yeah. The
To
first two were just like high school shitheads, and the
Yeah,
second two were like legit demon supervillains who got redeemed.
yeah. Although one of them we weren't sure about from the beginning, but even then he's doing bad things because he
Hmm.
has a reason.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. Um, let's see. Next question. Oh, and Zeke has another one. What makes a Digimon stronger?
Food.
Yeah, that's kind of a hard question to answer because it's one of those where anything and everything that you can think of, basically.
Oh yeah. I mean, friendship, courage, power. I mean, like sleep.
I mean, for some
Tears.
for some Digimon, it's literally getting drunk.
Yeah. I mean, emotions. Sadness. Um,
Basically, anything you can think of could potentially make a Digimon stronger.
Looking at themselves in the mirror. Like there's so many. The
Yeah.
writers sometimes make them stronger.
Yeah. Well, that's like the issue where anytime we get a new profile from the Digimon reference book, which
Hmm.
is, the site where they have all the official profiles. Do you
Yes.
know how many Digimon have the profile? This is an amazing Digimon, stronger than any other. It defeats everything. And it's like, no, stop taking these literally. There's like
Yeah.
50 Digimon that are the strongest. That's the strongest thing ever at this point.
And we all know the real answer is Hercules Kabuterimon.
Omegamon.
Shut the mark. I will fight you.
But
Next question.
but no, what I like though is I want to say it was Blitz Greymon or Kreskarumon's profile. They vaguely go, "This is the perfected form of this Digimon." And everyone goes, they're both clearly stronger." And then the Omegamon Ultra S profile goes, "It's not really more powerful than Omegamon." Shrug, and it's like fantastic. Like they lit. I mean I don't have the wording in front of me, but the Ultra S profile is just hilarious in how it ignores that if you take stuff literally, it should be more powerful. Here,
Yeah.
wait, I'm pulling Bubba. Okay, here it is. Its strength is, although it is a different individual from the Omegamon belonging to the Royal Knights, it combines the special qualities of the two. So its multi-type performance hasn't changed, and its strength is also on par with it. I mean, it's literally like, hey, not more powerful.
Hmm.
I still like Alter S's design. So another question from Matthew: If we were in Frontier, what spirit would you like to have?
Mm. Do we have to get the beast human combo, or can we just like pick one single thing?
technically, they're the same spirit, aren't they?
I mean, they talk like it's two different things,
I,
but
I thought it was more that it was two sides of the same spirit. Like the spirits have been, it's like two parts that have
yeah,
been
they
separated.
always. I think the terminology
Victor,
is.
assume you're getting both.
Ugh. See, the thing is, all the beast spirits look awful. Um,
You don't want to be a little snowman who turns into big axe
no,
beast guy.
um, I guess what's his name? Duskmon just has the least ugly looking.
See, I'd be boring and probably say the fire spirits.
Yeah, those are also look a little decenter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always boring when those type of questions get asked because I would generally pick the one that's most obvious.
Mm-hmm. And I picked the joke answer like Muchomon. But in fairness, Muchomon's the best. That's just an objective fact.
Any more questions, you guys?
Hmm. Let's give him
Yeah, we'll give
one
them,
more minute.
especially since we don't know how
Matt,
behind they are.
Matt says I can pick one thing. I pick Beetlemon. Because Beetlemon's the goddamn best. Ooh.
Okay, okay. Why don't you ask it?
He says, this is Matt again. Would you watch a Digimon series that didn't feature human kids?
If it's good,
Um,
sure.
yeah, I mean that's really the
I mean,
like
that's kind of the caveat of everything of the brand is I enjoy the brand as a whole, but it doesn't. But I'm not willing to. I don't watch anything blind.
hmm
If I don't like it, I'm just not gonna watch it, regardless of if it's Digimon or not.
yeah. I don't hate Frontier because there's no Digimon partners. I hate it because it sucks. So if you can do a show without kids and make it cool,
Now,
yeah.
send your hate mail to Victor.
Oh, are you gonna say that every time I have an opinion?
Every time you have an opinion that you frame specifically to get people pissed at you, yes.
I don't want people to get pissed. That's just my thoughts. That's
Victor,
my heart.
You literally framed it as Frontier isn't terrible because X, and then you go ranting about how it's stupid right after.
I didn't rant. I just said it sucks. Show without. I feel like if they did a show without Digimon, with the fuck up that was X Evolution, it would have to be either Appmon style cute kitty things, or the rookie base forms would have to be very human-y, like the what's his name, Flamon from
Or
Frontier.
you know what they could do? Everyone knows that there's all the anime that are 7-8 minutes long an episode.
Oh yeah,
Appmon Gakuen.
yeah. They had to just adapt that.
Yeah, just adapt the manga. Just random comedy. Man,
That and things like
I would just like to say Victor and Justin are the exact same fucking person. I mean, they're different people. Their personalities are exactly the fucking same. Like, I'm sitting here looking at what Justin has said, and I'm just thinking, I'm 99% sure Victor has said something similar in the past. You're the same people.
yeah.
I think Justin's going to show up at your wedding and ask you to run away with him.
Man,
I mean, it is funny.
Hang on. Is he cute?
No.
All right, not Mark, Justin, send pics and we'll see.
I just find it funny because you guys find ways to fight when you don't interact with each other, and you're the same fucking person the way you guys act.
Sure.
Oh, Anzik had another one. If we were to travel to any digital world that we've seen in the franchise, which one?
I'd say Frontier, honestly.
I'd probably say 02, because once you get past the early stuff, it's nice. It's kind of calm in the world overall.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to maybe lay back, have a hammock, find some fresh.
They do spend a lot of the second half going on picnics than they
Yeah.
do like saving the world.
Yeah.
I think Frontier is the most defined as like a civilization and like a world to live in, and it seems.
Well, it also helps that they are effectively in it the entire time.
Yeah, and it just feels less
So
dangerous,
what you're saying is,
kind of.
Victor, is they defined the world and Frontier better than the other shows.
I mean, I think they had more budget to do things. I mean, I love the world of adventure because it's just like this weird wonderland of there's, just we're in a forest and there's like
Everyone,
vending machines lying around. But
when you write your hate mail to Victor, remember he just admitted the digital world and Frontier is the best.
no, I think it's the best depiction of a civilization. File Island is not supposed to be a civilization. It's supposed to be a wild, wonderful world of danger.
Is it, or was it just that they were wandering around like crazy people?
I mean,
I
it's
mean, I
weird
mean,
that
it had been taken over at that point.
yeah.
I mean, and that's even what Joe kind of says in Try was, let's not just wander around again.
Yeah. I don't know, man. These kind of questions, in my opinion, change like all the time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think here.
Anything that involves me being involved in the universe, it's like, well, do I want to go to a universe that's dangerous because it's fun or because it's safe or what do I?
Yeah, if it's just going to the world, just send me somewhere where there's like one of those magic vending machines that gives you candy or something.
Yeah.
Was that Adventure 02 or both? I mean, it's the same
Um,
world, but
yeah, it's a
I think we only do we actually I think we only see them work in 02.
I uh, I don't remember.
Yeah. Let's see if there's no more questions, then we'll probably wrap up in the next few minutes.
Hmm.
So, let's see. Oh yeah. So, what manga have you been reading, Victor? Since you'd mentioned buying a stack of it.
So here's the thing. I don't like collecting lots of things. I only collect Hunter x Hunter because the author is on hiatus, so there's like a new volume comes out every like 2 years.
Yeah, because he's horribly ill.
He's sometimes he's ill, sometimes he's addicted to MMOs, sometimes he has kids with the woman who created Sailor Moon.
Yeah. Well, I believe it. I
Um,
believe it's that he has a back spine condition, so he can't sit in the position he needs
mm,
to
yeah.
draw.
And not to like make light of every year it's a different excuse, but like I have heard multiple excuses, and it's
Yes.
whatever. Like I know the manga industry is ridiculous, and some artists get locked in a hotel room by their publishers until they finish their pages. So it's a brutal, cruel world. But I don't want to invest in like I liked Boruto, but I'm not about to buy 50 volumes of unless I mean it could end in a year. Who
I don't
knows?
know. I just don't like the art in it. I've looked at it. It's just not my art.
Um, yeah. So one, I've been collecting smaller things like Jaco I mentioned before is a single one shot.
Yep.
I'm also at Techo. I bought Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight, which is a 3 volume story, and I'm halfway through collecting Legends, which is basically Digimon meets Yu-Gi-Oh. And it's, I mean, it's not that good, but it's four
Now,
issues.
do you have Hunter X? Do you have the manga that he did before Hunter X Hunter?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep.
I have. So here, part of this is getting to that where I decided when there was 20 minutes left in the vendor's room at Techo that instead of investing in long series, I'm going to collect volume one of like everything.
Oh, Victor, that's not
Not
smart.
not
I know,
everything,
but
but it's
it's never smart to just grab a bunch of volume ones because that's always going to end in pain.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe just all the volume ones associated with like the Shonen Jump era of my childhood. I don't know. Anyway, when I was home for the holidays, that's what I mentioned. I got a box of books. Most of that was Hunter x Hunter. But I also picked up Yu Yu Hakusho Volume 1. And you've mentioned it twice now as if it's like an obscure thing. And when I was a kid, it was like one of the
No,
main
I love Yu Yu Hakusho. It's just less active now. I mean, we're entering
yeah.
the anniversary year for it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it like just disappears.
Well, it just disappeared because there's nothing new.
Yeah.
I
But like,
mean,
why is there nothing new? Like, why did Dragon Ball? There was nothing new for 20 years, but it's like the
but that's what I
best
mean.
ever.
They can only start dialing stuff up so much.
Mhm.
I mean, like ignoring random spin-offs that aren't really the franchise. How long has it been since Card Captor Sakura? And that's been dialing up over the last year or two now.
Yeah, I guess just popularity and interest. And I mean, again, who's going to reboot Yu Yu Hakusho? The guy who can't complete the story he's working on right now, you know?
Although to be fair, I always kind of like the anime of it, even the more fillery stuff. So I wouldn't mind just them doing what they want.
Yeah, the anime is awesome.
Yeah.
So I got that. I got Naruto #1 from Katrina, and I also picked up Hikaru no Go #1. Hikaru no Go looks on the cover like it's this fun, weird Yu-Gi-Oh type shonen about a
No,
board game.
it's just playing Go.
It's super like there he is possessed by a ghost, but it's like strange how grounded in reality and realistic it is. Like on the covers, you see him like holding the ghost stones in like crazy superhero poses, and in the actual universe, it's like, I mean, it's more in common with like Death Note, where characters like you go in their mind, but how they're deciding
Justin
things.
screaming at you just to let you know.
What? You got that entire one? Hikaru no. Oh yeah, I'm no. Hikaru no Go is dope. I looked up how it ended a few years ago because I was wondering, and it's. I kind of do want to collect all of it. Then that's the
Yeah.
problem with this whole
Yeah.
#1 issue thing.
Yeah, see, I'm flipping
So,
through all the manga that I've gotten recently, and it's shocking that it's almost stereotypically what you'd expect from me.
I'm gonna say there's lots of Dragon Ball.
No, no. I
No.
mean stuff that I've gotten recently. Dragon
Oh.
Ball, I'm kind of waiting for a sale, and anytime a sale pops up, it's not good timing. So there's Galko-Chen, like I said earlier,
Right.
catching up on a few volumes of Food Wars, and then I caught up all the way to the newest volume of My Hero Academia.
Mm. Is that good? I mean, I'm assuming it's good if you're buying it.
No, it's actually very good, and I like that stuff that might have been 20 or 30 volumes in other manga. I like that they've gotten out of the way.
Yeah.
Which
It looks
I'm
very
not
good.
necessarily saying some of what it is because the I don't believe the anime's caught up to where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe.
Matthew has a real Digimon question for us if we want to go back to the chat.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
If you could pick any two Digimon from Adventure to fuse like War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, who would you pick and what would the Digimon look like? Hmm.
So, the problem I have with that question is they already played that game once with a non-Omegamon, and I'm just kind of
With a what?
with someone who isn't Omegamon.
Oh,
And it's so stereotypically what you would expect it to be. It just kind of
the what's it called, Chaosmon or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
that looks awful.
I mean, no, it doesn't look awful, but it's
Mhm.
almost stereotypically. Hey, look, it's not Omegamon.
Yeah, it's very much just like weird generic robot body with
Yeah.
the arms that look like their heads.
And then yeah, it's just yeah.
I'm gonna go weird and say Lilymon and Metaletamon.
But oh wait, the stupider one is there's a second version of Chaosmon, and they do the same thing.
Is it just black?
No, it's Chaosmon Valderarm, where it's instead of Darkdramon, it's Valdermon, and it's the same where they just swap. They give him wings and they swap out one of the hands.
Mm.
Like it's just
Mm. Yeah, I want to see like Metaletamon wearing Lilymon's clothes like a costume,
of
like
course
just kind of stretched over his metal
of
thick
course
body.
it's worth pointing out we've gotten this type of thing in Cross Wars and even
Yeah,
in Appmon, and people don't like when it's done, even though everyone asks about it.
yeah, no. A lot of the Appmon fusions and the
Yeah.
Cross Wars fusions are very like
But
some of them are amazing and some are
but
just too stupid.
But like Dogachmon is a
Yeah,
combination of those two Appmon without just going and here's an arm and here's an arm and each of them gets a foot.
yeah.
There's design elements from both all over them.
Wait,
All over
what about?
Dogachmon.
Whoa! What about the do Omegamon have two different feet?
Omegamon, it's the arms specifically.
Okay, let's
I'm
just say
I'm
about feet.
no, because I'm saying a lot of times when you get the people going the fusions, they sort of expect the head will be some. They sort of expect almost like a Voltron,
Right.
where this part is clearly this character. This part is clear instead of an actual combination of them. If you get what I mean.
Which is what Dogachmon is. Yeah.
Yes. Because
Yeah, no, because Omegamon's the first one we ever saw.
yeah, well, no, but what I mean is I don't have an issue with it. But whenever anyone goes, what do you think these, if you were to start doing combining ones, people seem to not like when they do the combinations. But then, like you, they don't like how Chaos, like we both kind of wish Chaosmon looked a little more creative. There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong with the design, it's just not creative. And most people tend to agree with that, but then they don't like when Appmon or Cross Wars did actual, design combinations to
I have an
different degrees.
answer.
What?
I have an answer. Two characters from the adventure universe that I would fuse
Oh
together.
God.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
I think it's gonna be something like Mimi and Joe or something like
No,
that.
did I say I meant I mean it's gonna be Digimon. It's Angemon and Ankylomon, and I would make them look like not shit.
See, I like Shikuamon because it's so
Why?
random compared to the others.
Mm,
Like the overall concept makes sense. Is it's an angel and it's metal. I get it,
yeah.
but I like that design wise. They didn't just shove. They didn't like. You know what
They
I
could
mean?
have just given Angemon like rock armor.
Yes, I like that it is something so completely different, and they sort of treat it like it's normal.
Yeah.
There is
I
something
I
fun.
was on rewatch. I'm more okay with it now. Looking back as a kid, I thought they were building up because they talked about it for like 6 episodes, and like the trailers for that episode were like a big deal. I thought it was gonna be the series finale. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be the last one ever. Oh, it's gonna be a big, amazing moment.
And
I
you
know
got
there's like
and you got
20
and
episodes
you got a
left.
floating trash can with wings.
It's, I mean,
I don't know. I just liked that it wasn't like. And this is where I think people need to not complain about Shikumon's design for one reason. Everyone's
hmm
like, "Oh no, Angemon to Holy Angemon. He got more wings and he got a bigger mask." And then the same thing with Seraphimon, and everyone wants it to be Holy Dramon, so it's not just Ophanimon who's that again. But then when we
yeah,
got a really crazy design like Shikumon that's completely different, no one's happy with it. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I'm not super crazy against Shakumon. That was kind of a pandery answer. I just
Yeah.
knew people would laugh at it, but yeah, I don't know. Definitely.
Victor's dishonest. Don't trust him. But yeah, it's like I like when we get something weird. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Shikuamon's design overall, but I like the idea behind it.
hmm Yeah. They tried something different,
Yeah.
and it was okay.
I just like how he sort of just floats around. Also,
Yeah.
you guys have any more? Or is that about it?
Mm,
Because when we're done, I'm gonna go pass out. Yesterday, I woke up early to go get blood drawn.
oh no, are you
Then,
okay?
yeah, well, because I had a checkup today. Then,
Oh.
then today, woke up to go to the checkup and was making the overlays when I got back. Most of which didn't end up getting used, minus the ones that ironically looked the worst.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird we don't have a lot to talk about because this is one of the few times where like the wedding stuff is about to go crazy ramp up, and also Katrina went straight home after to her parents' house and is not going to be home until late tonight. So I kind of have like
Well, there's
another
there's
hour.
only one reasonable thing to do. Dun, dun,
What?
dun.
Don't pull up some products or something.
No, I'm pulling up the news from last time.
Oh, Mark, I
What? You don't want to talk about the Shootmon figure? Fine, we won't talk about it then. Me and Justin talked about last time.
what is Shootmon? Is that an Appmon?
Offmon's evolution. Yeah,
Oh.
he has a giant pair of scissors. And they gave them to the toy, and the picture is just the best picture possible.
Okay, send me that picture, and then that can be it. We'll talk about that, and then that'll be that.
Let's see,
That sounds hilarious.
I should mention it was part of an article with other toys.
Sure. There's a 20th anniversary Koromon. Oh,
Koromon and
right.
Tokumon set. If you
Uh,
scroll down, you will see it's part of the Applerize action
oh
set.
my God! Wait. So he's got two like half scissor blades on his arm, which kind of look okay on their own, but then he combines them into scissors. Or wait, the toy shows him with a pair. So no, those are just different scissors. Wait,
Yes,
what? He just
yes.
has a pair of
He has
scissors.
blades on his arms, and he has big ass scissors.
See, the blades on his arms look like they're just a pair of scissors cut in half.
Oh, they power. But here's the bet thing, though. I love the design of the scissors. They look so nice.
They just they do kind of look like if
Like
scissors were like a Final Fantasy weapon.
yes, I still really want to get the Aptly Rise action set figures because the parts all mix and match.
Yeah, I've been calling these the Metabot figures, where you just take their limbs apart and like,
I mean, the Cross Wars toys sort of did this, but the last
yeah,
time Digimon toys really, really, really did this
yeah.
was the Japanese Digimental figures,
Hmm.
where
Like I could do so much Instagram shit with these,
yeah, I mean,
but nobody would recognize any of them, so I'm not going to do that.
you could paste on Spider-Man's head.
I mean, there are Marvel mashups, which now that I think about it, that's a fun Instagram project.
I
should
don't
go
know.
to
I really like. I've the figures for the Appmon have all looked good, and I hope they continue them because they've actually been really nice figures for reasonable prices.
These scissors are stupid as hell, but like in a not just a good way, a great way.
Well, it. I guess the way to put it is when we say they're stupid, we mean they're wacky.
Yeah,
Cause,
no,
cause
like
not only does he have giant scissors, he has different blades connected to his arms. Like like it's clearly not like a photo mistake. They are
yeah.
different blades entirely.
Hmm.
And for some reason, I love that because it's so stupid in a fun
Like when
way.
you described that, that could be stupid in a bad way, but
Yes.
like they pulled it off. They made scissors as a weapon
Well, but not
work.
only did they make it work, though, they made it work in toy form. Like, it'd be
Mhm.
easy to do that in a show, because, like, Kill la Kill did scissors as a weapon great.
Sure.
No idea what that is, do you?
I've seen 5 minutes. I know it's like kind of a parody of shonen stuff a little bit.
Sort of, but not really. Um, but yeah, like this is one of the bigger Rise action figures, and it's only 1,600 yen. I mean, that's neat. The only thing I don't like is I'm not really big on the face mold.
Um,
The face mold looks kind of cheapy to me.
I'm assuming the mouth doesn't move or anything.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm still not completely sold on the Koromon and Tokamon figures either. They kind of look over detailed to me.
How much are those?
The set overall is $12 or $13 for the two of them.
Oh. Crunchyroll has it for
Oh.
14. I mean,
Yeah, I think the other day they had it on sale for 12, if you remember.
are these like to scale with like the Digicoli blind
These are actually part of the Digicoli line.
Hmm.
So we haven't seen any of those for like a year, but these are Digicol, whatever they are. So
Yeah.
I assume they're roughly the same scale. And Matthew actually has a good question.
Matthew, my good friend. Matthew says, "Do you have any casting suggestions for an?" I was literally thinking on the way here, what we should one day do like a uh, fan dub Digimon Appmon with like past actors or whatever. I mean, do you have any ideas?
I think it's a matter of who licenses it will decide on what the casting ends up being. Because here's the thing, like, let's say Toei gives up on their dream that it's going to be super licensed
Hmm.
by someone. And
Right.
let's say Crunchyroll gets it to stream and Funimation does discs.
Hmm.
Then it's going to be dubbed by Funimation's cast people. So most of the people we would probably name for a new Digimon dub
Hmm.
just aren't going to be there.
Right. Let's
Uh,
assume it's at Studiopolis still, and it's the
yeah.
same people.
Uh,
So on the way here, I was thinking about this, and then I came up with the name Brienne Siddle, who voiced Calamon and Keenan and Tommy.
is she?
I think she would.
I don't think she's dubbing anymore.
Oh no!
Uh,
I mean,
she-
this is all fake, but
Well, like I'm trying to think if it's the name the name I'm thinking of.
I'm just gonna
I'll double check.
Facebook her.
Yeah, she was in a Oh wait, no, she is back dubbing. Okay,
Yeah, she did something in 2015.
because she was heard on the set of CSI or something, like
Oh,
really, really bad. But yes,
Jesus.
but yeah, she it looks like she's back as Kunikita in
Yeah.
Nagato-chan. So yeah,
She was also Circuit in Power Rangers Time Force. Anyway, I would cast her as Gatchmon.
Time Force is so overrated. I like Time Force, but it's overrated.
Or send your hate mail care of Mark to how do you do it? Fuck. But yeah, that's an
See,
opinion of
see,
Pat.
I even set you up to do it, and you fucked it up.
Did you really do that on purpose?
Yeah, I decided to, and I figured you might go with it, but who knows? But like I'm
Oh,
trying to
she's also Sukasa and Elk from Dot Hack. Oh, she's awesome. She's in like all my favorite stuff.
like I'm sitting here trying to think like who do I want to play the actual characters,
Yeah.
and my brain keeps jumping between. Okay, I, I want Veemon's voice for Gatchmon.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I mean, the problem is that voice is the voice that I think of for that type of wacky type character, and Derek Stephen Prince did him so good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who
See, the
Jeff
problem
could
is
play.
there's just too many actors and characters to go over. Is the problem?
Yeah. This really could be a whole topic that we'd have to like prepare our notes
Yeah.
for.
Well, the problem with even doing notes like this is then if it gets licensed and dubbed in Texas, then the entire topic was worthless.
You've mentioned this a lot. What do you think the odds are that it really becomes a Funimation show?
Well, because I'm more thinking of who would license something that's going to be larger, and Toei probably wants more money for it because they expect branding. I mean, who's it going to be other than Viz or Funimation?
I mean, who does Yu-Gi-Oh?
That's just 4K. That's literally all they do, I believe.
I thought they fucked it up so much that they went bankrupt.
4K isn't 4Kids.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Okay.
4Kids still does exist, as I recall, but the part that did Yu-Gi-Oh spun off into a new company that Konami purchased, which is just called like 4K Productions, I believe.
Mm.
But yeah, it's like, and if it's Viz, then who knows? We'll end up dubbing it. I mean, think about it this way. Okay, Funimation has Dragon Ball Super, and they're dubbing with their cast, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But that dub's not being used for Toonami Asia. It's being dubbed by Bang Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an LA dub of a show that no one in this area can legally see.
Hmm.
And at some point, it's like, I want to go through the cast list just to check, because there are actors who still do stuff for Funimation who are in Super, who live in LA.
Hmm.
So I'm like vaguely curious, how are any of them playing roles that they wouldn't normally play just because of that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just too much casting potential. But I'm still hoping we'll see Atmon soon, but we're starting to get to the point where it's almost a bit too late to try to take advantage of simulcasting. Oh, because you'd have to bull rush through the first part. You know what I mean?
Update. I have to go pick up my brother-in-law.
Okay.
That's at 8 o'clock though, so I have a little bit. Well, I should probably leave now. Soonish. I'm naked, so I should probably get dressed. So yeah, we should wrap up. Well, one more question.
Why do you talk too much, Victor?
I mean, I'm not naked. I'm just.
No, I didn't. Yeah, let's see. Wait for one or two more questions, and then you can go.
Digimon are back again. Digimon. Mark, what do you think of the Digimon Tri-Dub theme?
I think I'd like you to stop singing it.
So you don't like it?
I didn't say that. I just want you to stop singing it. There's a difference.
I was gonna start singing it just to fuck with you.
I think it's fine. I think the problem is it wasn't needed, especially since it's really obvious. Just they just don't want to pay to use the theme from BMG.
Mhm. Yeah. Which Digimon Zero to Digidestined would you not like to see and try?
I think that's a bit too much of a baiting question for me.
Yeah. You're gonna have to send me care of with the will fan hate mail if I answer that question.
Well, I just don't even understand the question. Really, it's basically a question of so who do you hate from O2?
Yeah, because they're not going to just show the popular. Like they're not going to. I mean, they could just do Davis and Ken actually,
Yeah.
but I feel like they wouldn't and shouldn't.
Well, if you believe the fake leaks, they're only going to show Iori.
There's leaks.
The fake ones from right when Part 4 came out.
I don't remember
The,
fake leaks.
the ones that were super obvious fakes. Like, the guy wasn't even trying to, like, it was literally just, oh, they got leaked during a discussion at one of the screens. It's like, that's funny because we have reports from all of those, and it didn't happen. Well, I heard from a friend that it's like, no, fake.
Have you talked about this fake incest story
No,
on
no,
the?
no. I don't.
Okay.
I don't even because it's fucking stupid, and I'm tired of hearing from it from people who literally are all getting it from the same goddamn video. Which is why it wasn't on the podcast
Yeah.
list to begin with.
Yeah.
Because people don't fucking understand context, and they see the word husband and freak out.
Hmm.
It's just fucking stupid.
I do wonder if you feel showing the Dark Seed kids and or the international kids would be pointless slash possible.
Don't
It's
care.
totally possible. I mean, depends on what we consider
But
pointless.
that's every fucking character in the franchise.
What? Pointless?
No, going over is character X gonna show up and try? Is character Y
Yeah.
gonna show up and try? It because it's every fucking character's been brought up in that kind of list so far.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Do we think the Tamers kids are gonna show up? Do we think the front? It's just, you know what I mean?
I feel like when we see them, we should be happy that we get the 02 kids and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then what, are we going to see grown-up teenage versions of like Derek or Steve? You know, like characters we spent like 10 minutes with. Like,
I
no.
honestly do not care.
Yeah, no. I love that arc so much. It's stupid and pointless, but I don't need to see those guys again.
Yeah.
Mm. Um, yeah, I should go.
Okay, that's gonna be it for us this week. Um, we probably will end up doing a live episode again, but whatever the next one is, Victor definitely will not be here as far as I'm aware.
I can say that we're definitely a lot better planned for this wedding than like we really. I have to verify the cake order and we gotta book the honeymoon stuff. But there's like in theory, I probably could schedule time for like next Thursday, but I probably shouldn't because fires can happen and I don't want to have to put up fires and podcast at the same time. So there's that. And then obviously the week afterwards is the honeymoon. So
Yep.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be a
I'll
couple
I'll be
weeks.
grabbing someone at some point. I don't know who.
All right.
Yep. So thanks you guys for listening, and thanks to everyone who showed up for the live stream.
And go watch my interview with Jeff.
Yep.
moderngaffa.com.
See you guys later.
Bye.